Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen, this Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. I had a glitch here with my reading, so I've decided to read this condensedly. I was doing the reading, it broke off, and then I went to go put the two pieces together, and it takes a really long time. I need to get better software for my videos, but anyway, let's get started here. So um, the the current situation, I pulled the Hangman. Present influence was the Seven of Wands. Future influence, Nine of Cups. Unexpected was Six of Wands. I'll show you all the cards as we go. Challenge, Four of Pentacles. Strength is Ace of Pentacles. Then we had the where does this all lead? Three of Wands, Four of Swords, World, Seven of Cups, and then the World, with the advice card being the Page of Wands, Two of Swords being at the bottom of the deck. You know, the Two of Swords tells me that there is a part of you that really needs to start moving forward, really needs to let a sword down. I've got to make this decision. And it makes sense because you have the Hangman in the current situation. So if you're feeling like, okay, I know I need to do something here. So that's what's putting me in this position of the Hangman. I know I need to do something. I need to think about it. I need to look at things differently, do some self-reflection, and take some time out. I have the Seven of Wands. You have the Seven of Wands in the present influence, which it's knowing that you need to do something for yourself. Okay, so knowing that I need to be clear on what I want. I need to stand my ground here. I don't think you need to stand your ground to someone. I think it's more within yourself. You're telling yourself, I need to stand my ground. I need to do this. I need to move forward. I'm That's what's putting you in this position because you know you need to do something. I don't feel like you're stuck here. I feel like this is a necessary to decide how to move forward and what you want to do next. The Nine of Cups is coming in at the future influence. I feel like really what this is saying, you know your dreams are there in front of you right now. Like that future influence, your desires and your dreams are what is moving you forward in the next few days. And there's something you're definitely working on. This is definitely, either it's a project or self something, bettering yourself in one way or another, whether it's spiritually, work related, project related, love related, it doesn't matter. It's like, I am ready to reach these desires. I'm ready to do this because it's real. I feel like this is really important, especially with the Hangman and then the Nine of Cups in these three cards, and the Seven of Wands, because the Seven of Wands is about yourself, standing up for yourself, protecting yourself. And I feel like that's really coming into play over the next few days for you. The Six of Wands is in the unexpected. I think that what happens here is as you're looking through these things and as the next few days move through, you really realize that you absolutely have to do something. So there's like this aha moment. I also feel like, now I did the reading earlier with clarifiers and such, and I'm summarizing it. This did show that you realize that you have more, at your disposal than you may think. And that's that, recognition. Also recognizing yourself in some degree or another. I also feel like there is something happening here where you are working with somebody, or with, like, even if it's just some kind of something online where you're doing, self follow, learning of some sort. And it could be any life area. This is a collective reading, so whether it's, helping yourself or learning a skill, there's something here you're definitely working on with other people. um what you have here in the past, so the Four of Pentacles is in the challenge. Now, when I did the reading earlier, I totally flubbed the reading. It was a mess. Not the reading that I did, but the recording. So the Four of Pentacles is about holding on. And one of the clarifiers that came up with this was the devil. So you need to be really careful about hanging on to something that's really not serving you anymore, that's not good for you. Even if it's just a way of thinking, like self-doubt, any of those things, don't hold on to that moving forward. You need to let things kind of happen. And because there's too much self-doubt. You're not, if you're doing any kind of learning or, work on, self-discovery or even just a skill, if you're holding on to anything negative from the past or anything like that, it may keep you from, really working forward. Again, this is a challenge. It's not, something to really worry about. You just got to think about it. And if you're stuck, say, okay, why am I stuck? So the Ace of Pentacles is the strength. So there is something exciting happening here. And I think you know it and you have the will to find it. And that's why it's sitting in the strength. So I think it's focus on the strength. Focus on, okay, I do need to start something new. No more holding on to stuff from the past. It's over. I need to move on. There's a real huge feeling of really digging into this, whatever this project that you're working on, whether it be a skill or self, is really going to make a difference in your life as you move forward, and just the way you look at things, the way you see things, the way you feel about yourself. And the Three of Wands is that, like seeing those things kind of come together. I realize what a big difference all of this is going to make. I really see the difference here with this Three of Wands. I'm noticing it. I do feel like this Four of Swords comes in next, and the Four of Swords is that rest. It's a forced rest. So there may be a point here where there's something happens where you have to take a break. And I think it's okay because it does make you go to the Seven of Cups, which is choices. So, sometimes we need to stop before we can really see how to move forward. I also feel like, there is somebody, I think there is, like, that's why I feel like it's learning some kind of skill, either it's online, could be at work, it could be a class, but you're really working on something here. And that what happens over the next few days is you realize how many choices you have to move forward. So if you're working on like a skill, once you start learning that skill, and there's a little break here, you say, oh my God, with this skill, I can do all of these things and I will have choices to move forward. The cool thing here, I feel like, is the world, because it is that point where you go, it's almost like the realization piece of it. It's the, reaching goals. I feel like the world is about reaching our goals. It's not a destiny ending, it's a life cycle ending. So it could be like you're at the ending here and of learning, or even, you know, coming up with that plan. And once you reach that world card, then that allows you to hit the Fool and go running, get this stuff moving and get done. The I can't remember exactly, the Fool did come up here as well. I think it was with the Four of Swords. I had the World, the Fool. I can't remember the third card, but those clarifiers reminded me too that you have to have that, reach that goal before you really feel like you can jump in and do something new. The Page of Wands is coming up as the advice. Jump in, do it. Don't think, don't overthink. Get started. It doesn't mean you have to go off half cocked. What it means is get going, get moving, start doing this without overthinking. Also do it with excitement, say, oh, this is going to be cool. And when you have that attitude about something being cool, it's probably going to be cool. So, really go in and get excited about it so that you can really move forward. I really like this, reading a lot. I'm sorry that it's kind of condensed, but I wanted to get this because I really like the reading. I think that, someone needs to hear that they're doing the right thing, and that the things, if you're really in a position of really thinking about how to move forward over the next few days, you will start moving forward, and you will see how this is going to enhance or help you in your day-to-day, or even in long-term setting goals. So there you have your reading for today. Sorry that it was a little off than I normally do, but I wanted to get it out. So take care. Have a beautiful day.